So, you all have, through the trials of your life, wound up at Good Fortune Bay for reasons that are probably related to your backstories. I believe, Archaic, you're fleeing away. Your character is fleeing away from the Assassin's Guild and trying to lay low. Um, let's see. I am not. I believe. I need to get used to everyone's characters' names. So I see Rin uh, Valerie.
Yes, sir.
Shilrak. I see Shilracket the Bard.
That's me.
I am totally going to butcher everyone's name. I see
Good so far on mine.
Eltham Obsidian.
El Tumal Obsidian here.
Eltumal Obsidian.
Okay, that's the guy I gotta kill first.
I can't say your name. You gotta die.
And I see Valnir, the Drugar. Okay, so
He's the side chick.
The side chick.
Yeah. Oh,
so you guys
Just
have
call
made...
me Darth Rin.
Hmm.
You want to be
But
called Kylo
I
Ren?
already have two Darths, and the rule of two. So unfortunately, you gotta die.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There's no unfortunate in the rule too. It's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, maybe that's why the Assassin's Guild is after you. Anyways, getting back to the story, you've all found your way to Good Fortune Bay through the twists and turns of your life, whether it's being chased by the Assassin's Guild. You wound up there just because you were trying to escape from your past life and wound up hitching a boat ride there. Or you went from tavern to tavern drinking, and through your drunken stupor wound up on the docks of Good Fortune Bay. There isn't much work for inexperienced sailors such as yourselves, but there was one person looking for sailors and had a pretty good price. They were offering approximately 600 gold pieces, which you guys have already gladly taken. Her name is Nadia
Nom nom.
Frey, and she is looking for sailors to take her to the Lost Isles while she is on a mission from her god. Unfortunately, she had trouble getting a group of experienced sailors due to superstitions, and so had to settle for you guys.
Oh, I followed her because I thought she was a naughty Frey. Damn.
Ugh, it's okay. You can get your naughties later. But you have to seduce me first.
what?
Ugh, I am just messing around.
I don't think he was though.
No.
It's never messing around when it comes to lewds. Ugh.
Okay then.
So, moving on from that, you guys are enjoying your last day on land before the trip. It's expected to take a week to get to the Lost Isles. Is there anything you guys want to do before you head off?
I just want to talk to the barkeep. And I do have my presence aura.
Okay. And what are you doing with your presence?
I just want to ask the barkeep what the barkeep knows about any. Does the barkeep know anything about Nadia Frey?
Uh, so good, sir. I'm afraid that you'll have to get something to drink. Maybe I'll remember after an order or two.
How about I just drop a gold coin and just say, let's skip that and just get directly to the information, please.
The barkeeper picks up the gold coin. He looks it over and bites it to make sure it's real instead of wood painted like gold, and says, "Ah, yes, Nadia Frey. I've heard about her. Well, I've heard about her god more than her specifically. She worships, I believe the god's name is Asla, and the god happens to be a god of harvest. Very much a reap what you sow kind of thing. It's very unusual to have a paladin of Asla. Usually it's clerics who bless the crops and such.
Hmm.
Beyond that, you might want to ask someone who knows a bit more about uh, the fates.
Would you know someone around here that I would be able to ask?
There's a bunch of cl- clerics and priests who go around blessing ships before their journey, though I doubt going with a paladin you'd have one coming to your ship. However, you can find them going through the docks, and I hear it's quite a lucrative business, both for uh, blessing, for doling out blessings, and for information.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, what time of day is it?
It is, I'd say, nearing twilight. You've got about an hour of light left in the day before night falls, and then in the morning, Nadia wants to leave at first light.
All right. How long would it take me to get to the area where the barkeep said where I would be able to ask around?
So, judging that it is a port town, you could probably be there in under 10 minutes.
All right. I will go out and go there and go to the blessing area.
So, when you arrive at the docks, you see there are various priests and clerics all holding up different items. There's even a few that, if you watch, will switch what holy item they have out in order to try to get a bit more money. And you're able to see one such priest blessing a ship by sprinkling some holy water on it before getting paid and walking away.
Would I be able to determine how much they could I see how much they're being paid?
Roll a perception check. I guess it would be a spot check.
Yeah, spot check. Natural one.
Oof.
You
Wait,
can't really
how did
see.
you roll it?
He's
I'm using my actual dice.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
So, as getting a nat 1, you can't even see that they're exchanging money right now.
Yeah. I was gonna say I see literally nothing. That was a great idea, Chris. Let's see here. um,
Would you like to
yeah,
go?
that's why I'm not rolling with those dice. Even though I'm not sure my dice are that much better.
It's up to you.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I would like to go to one of the ones that so you were saying that there were priests that were switching their holy uh
They're holy
artifacts, yeah, symbol. Go to one of them and strike up a conversation.
Okay, you go up to one of them, who just recently lost a bid to bless another ship, and he's a little bit angry, stomping his feet a little bit as you come up to him. And he sees you and he kind of snaps at you. What do you want?
Good evening, sir. I'm willing to pay for a little bit of information. Would you be interested? And I toss him a gold coin.
He takes the gold coin and he looks it over and says, well, this might not buy you a lot of information, but what are you looking for?
Um, you know of somebody called Nadia Frey?
Ah, yes. We were all trying to see if we could get a bid to bless her ship, but she turned us all down. She says her god walks with her. Heh. So much for being a paladin of a god of generosity. Reap what you sow.
I see. You know what? I will toss 3 more gold to him. What else do you know about her?
And he takes the gold, looks it over, and he looks back at you and says, well, rumors say that she was never officially ordained by any of the clerics. However, there has to be some way to her story because there's quite a number of tales about her going places and crops being better, though it seems that she's out to seek vengeance upon slavers. Or is it justice? I'm not really sure. The rumors aren't very clear. But uh, rumor has it she's venturing out to investigate a slaver's den that seems to have made its house on the Lost Isles. But beyond that, uh, there's just rumors and not much credible information. Though I can get into speculating if you want.
Oh, I would be very interested to hear about your speculation.
Well, she happens to have these powers, and she carries around farming tools as her weapons. People say that her armor is coated more in mud than it is in blood of enemies. So it's people think that she's. I think that she might just be someone who's gotten lucky, found someone else's plate mail, and managed to uh, pass herself off for now.
Interesting. Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
And I would like to walk back to the inn or wherever we're staying.
Okay. Nadia had been kind enough to put you guys up for rooms at your inns, assuming that you'll be ready and able to get onto the boat on time for them to depart in the morning. Okay. Does anyone else want to explore the docks a bit?
I do.
Okay.
I have something I want to do. I want to go into the tavern, the one that Mad was in, like he went in and left. I want to go in that one.
Okay.
Because I want to walk up to the barkeep. I don't assume that I know this barkeep, but considering what I normally do, would I know who this bartender is?
So I'm gonna have you roll a charisma check.
Oh, buddy, let's go. I got this.
Let's see.
It's slightly better than my spot check.
Oh, it didn't show up on the stream.
Oh yeah, I've got to.
I gotta start rolling left or right then.
Okay. Well, you rolled 16 plus 3. So you have a bit of a reputation around these parts of coming into taverns here and there and singing. Whether or not you're good, the barkeep doesn't know, but he knows roughly that that's uh, sort of something that you do.
Okay.
I'm assuming I have the right character, right? You're the bard?
Yes, I'm the quote unquote bard.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into the tavern.
Mhm.
Do they currently have anybody entertaining the tavern at this time? Has anybody set up and started playing music or singing or telling stories or whatever?
Currently, this tavern, their entertainment is the grog that is served, and there's a couple of tables with cards going around and money exchanging hands.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the bar, and I'm gonna climb up onto one of the stools at the bar, and look at the tavern owner right in his face. Do I know his name?
You do not know his name.
Okay. I will stand on top of the stool, take off my big brimmed hat, and bow and go, "Greetings, dear bartender."
Hello there. You
Hey.
you're the
Well, go
one who
ahead.
goes around singing.
Well, I try to make it a note to play a little tune now and then, and I just so happen to notice that your establishment lacks a sudden joie-faire, as it were. So I'm willing to, and I'm going to put my hands together, touching my fingertips together, and be like, I'm willing to offer you a little bit of entertainment for the night.
The bartender rubs his chin, looks you over, and says, how about this? You entertain the guests, and I'll open up a tab and we'll take it from what you make at the end of the night. And I'll give you a discount, half off on your drinks.
I'll hold out my hand. Deal.
The bartender shakes it.
Okay. I'll hop down, grab my pack that I had laying on the floor, and kind of heft it up and pick it over to like whatever would be the area for entertainment, like the concert area or whatever it's called.
There's a nice fireplace nearby that's on a bit of a raised platform.
I will go over to that, set my pack next to the fireplace, and I will grab my loot, sling it over my back and over my shoulder, do a quick tune, and begin to play for the tavern.
Okay, roll a performance check.
I got you, fam. Let's see if this works. All right, it's this one. Oof.
Okay, rolling an 11.
Can you guys see? Yeah, okay.
Is your character a drinker?
Is my character a drinker? He can be.
Okay. You make about enough gold and silver to cover a total of 8 drinks for the night.
Nice.
But, however, At the end of the night, you wind up not making any money, but you broke even on the drinks.
Sounds good.
Okay. Anyone
Got
else
to
want
drink for free.
Mhm. Anyone else want to have a little fun?
Is this tavern that he's performing at? Is that the place where we're staying for the night?
The tavern doesn't have any rooms for rent for you guys. Nadia has picked a tavern, has picked an inn where, unfortunately for you guys, it happens to be a dry place. So no alcohol.
That's disappointing. I would have probably gone exploring, looking for a place to just have a drink or two. But I'm not gonna. I know I got a job, so I'm not gonna get ripped roaring drunk.
Okay.
But if I hear a shrill from a goblin screeching, then I may check that place out.
Okay. Well, if you go in there, you find a goblin playing their lute, singing, and a bunch of patrons mostly ignoring him. A couple of them giving a few copper or silver here and there. Uh, Usually uh, in the middle of songs to make him say thanks and possibly delay him from singing a bit more.
It's never bad as long as you get paid.
Got a point.
Mhm.
I more than likely I would have probably taken up a table and got a drink. And while listening to this goblin perform, I would have probably thrown a few coppers at him, but I'm intentionally waiting till he's singing high notes, trying to chunk them in his mouth.
Okay. Roll a ranged attack if you want to get a copper in his mouth.
What?
What's your roll?
I'm rolling. Hold on.
Thanks for the free copper.
It was halfway there.
Can I attempt to catch the copper in midair?
That's a performance check
I'd say it's probably more of
or an acrobatic.
Yeah, I'd say it's more in acrobatics.
So it's either would be a balance or a.
Don't
You
they
say
have
there's no
Or
acrobatic.
acrobatics.
There is no acrobatic skill.
Yeah, I know. It's either balance or tumble.
Yeah.
Let me just. It's been a while. I'm just gonna go through your skills.
It feels more balanced than it does
I would say
tumble.
balance. Yeah, balance sounds more.
Yeah, my guess
Yeah.
is it balance would be the fair one.
Yeah, I think balance because it's a bit of hand-eye coordination stuff. You manage to catch the copper. It clinks against your fingers. You almost drop it, but you manage to catch it on the rebound.
I'll take it. I'll hold it up between two fingers while I'm strumming on one thing, and I'll wink at him. And then into the pocket the copper goes.
I'm amused by this, so now I pull out a silver and throw it at him. Like he caught that one. It's like let's see if he can do that again.
Is this the start of our first ship?
There
Are
could
you
be
gonna-
other friendship?
Okay.
Let's see.
It's a miss.
You have a chance to catch it.
It doesn't show up that it rolled it on my screen, so I guess y'all can see it. I don't know why. Oh, there it goes. No?
Let's go!
Oh, yeah, G caught that one.
Okay,
Wow.
I see you rolled an 11, and
I roll.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeannie rolled a 20,
Oh,
not that.
Yeah, I see his roll.
So this time, without even missing a note,
Nice.
Shill Racket manages to catch the silver and continues strumming or performing, if you may.
He's going a distance. I'm genuinely impressed by what a meager goblin can do.
when I'm done with this song, I'm going to have the bartender buy him a drink,
Sure thing.
and then I'll move on to the next song.
Sure
We're,
thing.
we're gonna go for broke after his next interlude. Next drink comes. I'm getting a little in me. We're gonna throw a gold, but this time I'm actually trying to throw it a little force.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Roll
I
to
mean,
hit.
not that it doesn't really make a difference on my roll. Just trying. Well,
Your rolls are getting better. Just
Not by much.
no.
So am I going to try and catch this one?
You can.
natural 1. Oh wow!
18. You manage to catch it. It distracts you a little bit, so you miss a note or two before continuing on, but you catch it without it tumbling about.
Nice.
I was gonna
I think
say
at
it's a
some point
goldfish. You pay attention.
I think at the end of this song, I'll just sit there and like just very deadpan slow clap for like a couple seconds before continuing drinking.
I'm gonna
Okay.
yell from the back of the room, "Hey, maybe the circus is more your style!"
Ugh. So drinks at this bar are roughly 1 silver for the good stuff, 3 coppers for the bad stuff. Okay. Anyone
It's like
else?
penny beer night.
You just tell me how much I need to remove from my gold inventory, and I'll mark it off.
I
was
added
good.
what you threw at me into my inventory already.
That's totally fine.
Okay. So,
I figure the money that I earned while playing, I would just use some of that to buy his drink, and that's what I did. So you said that all the drinks that I bought that night were paid for by my playing, so one of those drinks would go to him.
okay. So, anyone else care for some good port revelry before you set off?
Guess not.
Nope.
Where's our silent assassin? He wants to have some funky good time.
I think he's laying
He's
low.
sleeping. Yeah.
So we technically don't know each other and that we're going on this adventure together yet, right? We're just gonna show up at the boat at the allotted
That's what I'm
time.
assuming.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys were never forced to introduce each other. Nadia's just trying to get a crew for her ship, and it needs about 4 people to run it, and Nadia's not a sailor. Okay. So, I'm assuming everyone goes to bed since there's nothing else.
Yep. I'm in bed.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
same.
Okay. So, morning comes, and Nadia is ready to set off. You guys arrive at the ship, and Nadia has taken out 2 grains of wheat and is praying before the ship.
Bill Racket will look puzzled.
Okay.
I silently do my own prayer.
You just keep walking to get on the ship.
So, Nadia finishes praying and walks up onto the ship, and as soon as Nadia steps on board, the winds themselves change and shift to a favorable direction for your journey.
Oh, that's interesting.
I walk onto the ship.
Show
Okay.
Racket will pay no attention to the wind and he'll walk onto the ship behind whatever Eltmal looks like.
Okay. So you guys
I'll hop
all
on the ship.
Okay. So you all board the ship.
As Archaic hops like a bunny.
Ugh. So
Can I
once
stab Mad in the shin?
you can, however, you have to separate the fact that that was the player saying that, so you'll have to roll to attack the player, not the character.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Ugh. Anyways, moving on from that, everyone
They're
gets
gonna
on the
love me.
Oh, of course, we're gonna love all of each other.
everyone gets onto the ship. Nadia goes over to the captain's wheel, takes out a map, and starts looking over it while expecting you guys to start getting the ship untied and getting the mast unfurled.
I'm gonna
Alright.
look over at Valnir and walk over because I recognize him. Oh, so you've made it onto this ship too, huh?
I see you're here. Are you the relief for comedy amusement, I'm assuming?
He'll kind of look around a little bit to whomever and whatever's on the deck of the boat, and then he'll put his hand up next to his face and lean over or lean towards Valnir and go, "Well, yes, but to be completely honest with you, I'm not entirely sure what this whole sailing thing is like. This is my first time, after all."
Interesting. Can you swim?
He's gonna hold up a finger in the air, wait just a second, look around, and then point at him and go, "Yes!"
Hmm.
Hey, I rolled a 16 on my sailor check. I know what I'm doing, ish.
Then you might live through it all.
What do we do?
I got just 11 on mine, so tying off some rope and doing whatever I need to.
I can roll for this if this helps. I'm gonna get everyone drunk.
Or on a boat.
Okay. I see Wolf used a use rope check instead of a profession sailor check. So Ren is going to see that, hey, there's a bunch of ropes tying the ship to the dock. He's going to start undoing those and look busy. Okay. While everyone
follow-
else is checking.
Just follow me around, little one. Do what I ask and you'll look like you fit in.
With pleasure. I'll bow.
Okay, so you guys get the ship ready to go. The mast unfurls and the boat starts moving out. You get past the docks and out into the open water with the port slowly getting smaller and smaller behind you. Excuse me. As you guys travel, you guys have very favorable luck. You guys manage to have the wind at your backs the entire time until it starts to become night, where the winds die down a little bit as it's time to start getting ready for bed. And Nadia checks with the stars to make sure that you're heading in the right direction. We're all heading in the right direction before turning in for the night. Nadia has taken the captain's quarters and left the crew's quarters to you guys.
How many people are on this boat?
It is just the 4 players, you guys, and Nadia.
Okay.
So, if you guys want to introduce yourselves to each other after your day's labor, feel free to do so, or we can continue on.
So what kind of lodging does the crew quarters have? Like, what does it look like?
So, the crew's quarters is its own room aside from the storage of the ship. You've got a hammock for each of you, a pillow for each of you. There's a table that's been bolted to the floor. There's a couple of chairs that hang on the side of the boat that you can take off, but they're hanging up right now so that way they don't slide around with the rocking of the
Mm-hmm.
boat.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And there happens to be a small little hole up top underneath a above a lantern holder to let any smoke that the lantern makes breathe out to the top of the ship.
Okay.
I grab my cup and get me some ale, because I'm assuming there is ale on this boat.
So Nadia had stocked the ship. There's a bunch of ale, quite a bit of wheat flour, there's hardtack, there's a couple of fruits in various stages of ripeness intended to ripen along the journey. And there happens to be even a cut of wild boar that's been salted to be preserved for one that Nadia has told you it's for the end of the journey when you guys land to celebrate.
Cool. I'll grab an ale and start making a pineapple and ham pizza.
Like
Okay.
We throw Rin overboard? No.
You don't even know my name.
So
Nope.
Shillracket's gonna grab a hammock. Is there any like strands of wheat anywhere?
There are a couple of strands of wheat here and there. Nadia has a couple of them. She happens to have. She only got a small barrel of wheat that hasn't been ground up already.
Okay. I want to get a small piece, kind of stick it in my lip, jump in a hammock, and just sit there and tune my lute.
Okay.
Yeah, I will grab just some fruit and I'll sit down and have my meal with fruit and ale.
Is there any meat besides the salted stuff?
There is meat that you've brought. There happens to be, if you wanted to try fishing, you could try and catch some fish. However, Nadia has not made meat a priority on the voyage because she reasons meat doesn't last as long as some of the fruit and the other vegetables that she purchased for the journey.
Well, I'll grab some ale and I'll grab like a couple of fungal vegetables to chew on. And I'll sit down in a chair if there's one available.
Sure thing. There happens to be 4 chairs. So you
And
have
I'm
the
guessing 3 of them are full now.
well, one of them happens to be empty for free because one's in the hammock.
Yep.
Little one, make yourself useful and play us something entertaining. Make up for the fact you don't know what you're doing on the boat.
Oh, my ears are still ringing from last night.
So you guys know, and I point to the bard, or the goblin.
Mm-hmm.
I know he can catch a coin pretty decently.
Interesting.
Of course, the time that we like involve him, like Genie got up and walked away.
The circus show was quite entertaining.
It happens.
I'll sit down as well and pull out my thieves' tool bag and start looking through it.
Don't mind me, guys. I'm a thief by nature. I won't take your stuff, but I'm going to work on my tools. You missed it, Genie. We were just talking about it. We were involving you.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you got up and left.
sorry. I went to get a drink. What happened?
Pretty much.
I literally pointed at you and went, "You guys know him?"
Well,
And then you left.
Oh,
before
I'm
that,
sorry.
I had said, "Hey, little one, strike up a song of entertainment for us since you don't know what you're doing on the boat."
Okay. Well, I will acquiesce to that. I will start singing a little melody describing everybody that's on this boat in some kind of quasi-comical manner. So whatever you guys are dressed with, I'll put that into song. I'll mention how Rin looks dark and brooding, quiet and self-contained, and I'll talk about how Ultimal is very serious looking, and then I'll describe Nadia as well as being quizzically entertaining yet mysterious, and that's what I'll play.
We'll strike up a tune, sir. Role play that.
I am not going to sing anything like that. As much as I would want to, there's no way I'm going to do that. Anyhow, let me go ahead and perform my little ditty for you all.
Oh, let's hope it's better than last night.
Hey now. And let's go!
It's a hell of a lot better, I guess.
This is great!
You guys all have a roaring happy time. The ale flows. Good times are had. Maybe some mistakes too. Maybe someone doesn't wind up in their own hammock.
My image of you is totally turned around 360. Welcome to the team.
I guess that makes up for the fact you have no idea what you're doing on the ship. Just makes you this good every night.
We just know he can't perform under pressure.
What are you talking about? That was complete pressure. I don't know you guys. I just spun that one up in the top of my head. So, boom, done.
Huh. So, if there's no other antics for tonight, I am just going to say the night passes uneventfully. The next day.
Hold on, before we move on to the next day, just a quick question. We had a good time. What do we discuss anything? Do we talk anything? Do we learn each other's names at all? I mean,
I'm
yeah,
assuming with the ability for him to play that we've at least introduced ourselves and he broke the ice.
Wait.
well, that's kind of why I was asking. I didn't know.
That's up to you guys if you want to share your characters' names with each other.
So, I got one. After the song and everything's done and it starts to get quiet, I'm going to lay my loot down on the other end of the hammock, hop down, and just walk out like it was no big deal. And as I'm walking out, I'm going to say, I'm going to go relieve myself.
Before he leaves, what's your name, good sir? I am El Tumo.
I'm going to stop, and I'm going to turn slightly where I'm like still looking towards the door, but I'm looking towards him too. I'm like, the name's Shill Racket, good sir, and I'll take my hat and flourish it in a deep bow, whip it back up onto my head, and then out the door I go.
Okay.
Is there any distinguishing traits about your character, Mad, that you look like?
So, for a half elven, I am relatively tall. I'm got dirty blonde hair and hazel eyes, which I guess for a half elf, I'm a half elf.
Do you have the pointed ears?
I have the elf ears. Yes.
Okay.
I definitely have a elven look about me, especially because of my height and somehow my weight that I rolled. I definitely have an elven build.
I mean, your height. Thought you said you were tall.
Yeah, okay. In D&D, 5'9" is really tall.
Well, yeah, because elves are shorter in D&D.
Yeah. But I'm fairly light as well. Because I rolled really high on my height and really low on my weight. So I look like a very tall elf.
Oh, so you rolled the random chart too, huh? That's what I did.
Yes, I did.
So did I.
You're a beanpole.
Yes, I am. So I very much look like a basketball elf.
So we got a tuck on a set of ears. What about you? Looking at Archaic's character.
Are you asking me what I look like?
No, I'm just asking like about you. Like you haven't said anything about yourself yet, so I was in
No,
general.
no. Nobody asked any questions of me.
Yeah, well, so we are doing a. Do you want us to do a spot check on to do that, or just ask you like what does archaic kind of look like?
So you're in the same room. They can see you. Whether or not they can see what you're doing with your tools or whatnot, that would require a check. But they can get a rough. They can see what kind of clothes Archaic's wearing, get a rough idea of Archaic's character's face, or if he likes to hide himself in a hood. There is only one light source in there, so it can be a bit dingy in the dark.
What are you doing over there?
I'm gonna at least. How about this? I'm gonna roll a spot check at archaic. 12, 14, 15 because of my aura.
Okay. Archaic, are you trying to be sneaky and not let them get a good look at you?
Nope.
Okay, then I will just say that you're able to see what Archaic's character looks like.
Yes, man, my nipples are hard.
Archaic, would you like to describe your character a bit?
Sure. Typical human, age 34, so a little bit middle-aged, or a little younger than middle-aged, so 5'11", buck 80, black hair, blue eyes. Should be able to see all that.
Does he have any special clothes on him?
Look at that. You're getting scouted there, Archaic. You're about to get robbed. He's going to get robbed.
Not that you can tell.
Oh,
Is this like a Tinder interview? What's going on?
Thanks for the follow, Genie.
Boy. So what are you doing? What are you
is
doing? I saw you
Shield
working with
Racket-
the rope a lot. What do you do?
Yep. Who are you
Well-
talking to?
Boy, your ears.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Talking to me or the elf?
Boy, you.
Boy. You shall refer to me as Rin, good sir.
Oof.
And
When we have traveled long enough to know your name for a while, I'll call you by your name. Till then, you're the boy.
At that, I'm gonna come back into the room, and I'm using like the end of my coat tail to kind of wipe off my hands, like I had washed my hands off, and I'm drying them on the tip, like the end of my coat.
And as he comes in, I speak in Goblin and say, "Good show, Sir Shield Racket."
Ichuta.
Okay. So I'm assuming after all that, Ruckus, you guys settle in for the night, and the journey continues on. You guys start opening up to each other a bit more, and
Do we?
well, why don't we roll for that?
So, what are you asking to roll for?
I thought the interaction was hilarious, man. I was like, let's roll it.
yeah, I was about to throw down.
Uh-oh.
Well, if you guys want to throw down, you can. I can get you guys.
Roll initiative.
Oh, I didn't mean that kind of throwdown, but I mean, if he's gonna approach me like that,
You're gonna call me boy. We're gonna have problems. And I'll flash my weapons.
well, boy, I've had many problems in my life, but I'm still here.
I can tell by the look on your face.
That's a pretty ugly bug, isn't it?
Ooh.
And I'll Yeah.
I'll just nod.
Unfortunately, it is, my good sir.
I'm not out in life to make a living off my looks. I make it in other ways.
Hopefully, it's by your sword.
If you look at me, you don't see a weapon on me.
Well, then your fist. I don't know. Wait, let me. Wait, can I spot check him? I guess.
Sure.
Sure. Roll a spot check.
26.
26.
Well,
Okay.
damn.
You can see their equipment, and so describe how your character looks, what equipment they have, and any defining features that might give a hint to their backstory.
I'm assuming you were looking at me.
Yep.
You don't see any weapons of any kind on me. However, what was your spot check? I didn't see it.
It
'cause I
was
didn't
a
see roll.
26.
Yes, that's good enough. You can probably see a lot of callousness around his hands. So obviously, I do a lot with my hands, be it punching or whatnot. Who knows? I really don't have much on me. I'm wearing like a vest over some like a chain shirt. So you see me wearing a little bit of armor on my body, and I've got like a small little buckler that's hung by my side because it's not strapped on my arm. But that's about it. You don't see too much else. I got a little belt pouch. You want all the specifics?
I should have moved you all down to throw down on the boat. I kind of just did half a boat. I was lazy.
Looks good enough.
I call you boy because you're still young. I'm not worried about trying to insult you or not. It's just how I'll remember your name for now.
Oh, you have to assign our tokens.
I. Oh, they don't auto assign
That's
to you
Spider-Man?
guys?
Mm. I just attempted to roll, and there was no token available.
Odd. I just clicked and dragged for you guys. Settings.
I'm just gonna roll a random
Purple?
die to see if it's working. Oh, of course I'm gonna waste that.
Yep. Good job, Joseph.
Oh,
Even though, honestly, I
Oh, there we go.
rolled along with you and rolled a 19. So
Ooh, that's a rip.
How do you get a 5.04?
I get the same error.
Huh.
I'm not actually taking up combat position, so I'm not really worried about initiative. But if I'm rolling, that's I guess what I got.
Okay. Falmir worked, but not Rin. Let me double check one thing on Rin.
all right.
Oh, he's dead.
I'm still trying to figure out how to roll my.
Whoa.
Oh, mine went as well too. You fixed something.
Well, I know where I'm going.
Whoa. So,
I go back to the bathroom.
I'm gonna cast Fireball inside this room.
okay, you're gonna blow up the ship? The
We're in
wooden.
a room.
You're gonna use fireball on the wooden ship. So, are you guys gonna throw down with each other, or are you gonna just let things slide?
Oh, I'm just still sitting in the chair.
I'm just gonna shake my head.
Okay.
I'm just sitting in my chair.
Okay.
So, does anybody else want a refill? I'm gonna grab my mug and go fill it up in the ale barrel.
Sure, little one. Bring me another one.
Oh,
Speaking goblin, thank you, but no.
I'll grab Valnir's mug and take it over to the ale barrel and fill it up.
Okay.
I'll set his down on the table. I'll hold mine up. Cheers.
By the way, I guess I should throw this out. I don't know how familiar characters are with other non-normal races, but you can definitely tell I look dwarven, but I have like ashy gray skin and kind of like black eyes. So definitely don't look like an average dwarf in case y'all had never ran into one.
What is it? A Druger or whatever?
Yeah, Dwargar.
Yeah.
I mean, goblins, depending on, I guess, if you've ever been around a lot, might have seen them, but I didn't know if anybody else would have.
I know Goblin because I know how to speak Goblin, so yeah, I know goblins.
Okay.
I think
just-
every time I hear Mad talk to me in Goblin, I'm gonna yell at him to not talk in Goblin because he's butchering the accent.
Hey,
Proceed.
I try. Because I will say I definitely speak the Goblin in a very elvish accent.
That must sound like,
Hey, Sylph.
oh my goodness.
Oh,
Now
must-
I'll just keep on. I'll just keep on drinking until I feel like I could go to sleep from it.
Okay.
But I will say this though: when I am ready to pass out, I'm going to stumble my way to the mast. I'm going to try to get up into the crow's nest to sleep.
Okay.
Interesting.
Roll a climb check. I assume you're going to be using the ropes to get up there.
Yes.
The only reason why I ask you to roll is because you might or might not be influenced by being drunk.
Uh-oh.
It might take me.
Somebody's
It might take me a couple tries.
somebody's sleeping on the deck tonight.
I rolled a check against your check, and can you believe it? I actually rolled a nat 1, which is kind of my luck and par for the course. So you managed to make it up there without being too affected by the alcohol.
that is absolutely fantastic.
Getting down in the morning will also be fun.
Ugh.
But Sylvanari, thank you for 16 months. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and more importantly, I hope you're entertained by our tomfoolery. Thank you for that.
Shenanigans.
What's a Sylvanari?
Oh,
That's
Sylvanari happens to be a mythical creature that's able to completely and utterly total party wipe if she chooses.
Or
And her main
little-
attack is a scream.
It's the golden whale out there in the ocean. It buys everything.
So, everyone's
All
heading
right.
to bed?
Yep.
Okay. So, let me just do my little roll.
Hey, lucky 13.
And you guys have a very pleasant day the next day. A couple of fish swim up next to the boat. You're able to catch some of them because some of them actually jumped into the boat and flopped on the deck, unable to get out. You guys have.
Am I
correct.
able to talk to Nadia?
Yes, you may.
I would like to speak with Nadia. It could be out in the open boat, even though how big is this boat?
I'd say it's a smaller boat, needing, which is why it only needs about 4 people to crew. It has
So like
one
60
mast.
feet long, one mast.
Yeah, about one mast, 60 feet.
Okay. Good day, Nadia. We have not been talking too much. How are you today?
Nadia gives a nod before responding. I'm doing well. It's quite a nice day. We have been blessed.
Yes, I can definitely tell with the bountiful wind that we have been receiving. Um, actually, I've got a question to you, Catbat, before I ask. What has exactly been told of our mission?
Nadia says she is quite open that she needs a crew to take her to the Lost Isles, so that way she could uh, some investigate rumors of slavers making a base there, and then uh, she doesn't require any help to take care of them or investigate them. She just needs someone to man the boat, stay around for maybe a week for while she investigates, and then uh, she needs a ride off the islands, and that's it.
I talk with her and just go, are you sure you don't need any help with your mission?
Nadia smiles back at you and says, I would appreciate any help that you uh, feel that you want to give. However, I do not require it. My God provides for me.
Uh, is there, so let me just come up with, so uh, what is this slave trader group called? Or are you willing to share any information on them?
Nadia just thinks for a moment before saying, I don't really care to learn what the slavers call themselves. They're all slavers and need to be purged. You know, uh, they don't let people uh, taste the fruit of their own labors, and they encroach upon others' freedoms, and therefore I have been tasked with eliminating them.
Um, Maybe then, where have these slave traders been taking the slaves?
From what I understand, the slavers themselves have been taking the taking the slaves from all over Arathor, but most specifically the uh, from the Iron Shore, crossing through and selling them to warlords in the Wheat Kingdoms.
Okay. And have they been going for certain classes or certain races?
The Iron Shore happens to be a bountiful land of technology. Uh, Most of the people there happen to be a bit hardier, so uh, they happen to be aiming for the poorer people who uh, society tends to overlook, the people who need the most help.
And so it's just been whoever they can grab instead of specific races or groups of people.
Yes, from what I understand, they try to help offer help to those who need it most, only to take advantage of them.
And question to Catbat, the Iron Kingdom, where is that roughly in the world?
The Iron Shore, let me bring you back to the world map. I've also put a copy of the world map within
Yep.
the Discord uh, right there. And if you look on, so I made
Yep, I
it
see.
into two continents. There's the top continent of Erythor and the bottom continent of Caelin, and the Iron Shore is on the left side. Um, it happens to be the sort of, I'd say, brownish markings on the left.
So my question would be the elven, what I would say, kingdom, or where there's like a large elven area. Where would that be in this world?
I'd say that the Elven Kingdoms would be they would be a bit closer to, you see the two lakes to the right of the Iron Shore? They would
Yep.
be in between the two rivers.
And I don't know if you want me to roll for a knowledge check, considering I did live there for a little while. Was there any major issues with the Iron Shore and where I'm at,
I'm gonna
or
have
where the Elven?
I'm gonna have you roll a intelligence check to see if you remember something, or a knowledge local check if you have that,
No,
because that
that
would be
they would
local.
be equivalent.
Okay, so go with in. Are you trained in knowledge local?
I am not trained in knowledge local,
So it would just
but
be an intelligence check.
yeah, which, as I say, would be the same. So that would be a 9.
Okay. You know from your time there that the Iron Shore happens to have a great disparity between the middle class and the poor. There are those who are able to exceed as scholars and as tinkerers. There are those who are able to exceed as craftsmen, but any other job besides those tend to do poorly. And the mayors there are known to incentivize those two and crafts.
Another question would be, and once again, this is, what is there a with the crafts as being important there? Would a craft person who's not at the top end be considered poor or still middle class?
So, a craftsman could always find work to keep them from being poor. Um, Unfortunately, the poor tends to be consisting of the people who grow and produce foods, the people who uh, ten- are unable to work skills due to either a disability or an injury, and the poorer class tends, and merchants tend not to do fairly well there unless they're
Merchant.
trading with,
Oh,
unless they're
okay.
specifically trading with the raw materials.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's all I've got there then. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? So Nadia uh, basically dismisses you if you have no other questions for her.
Yes, I'm okay with that.
Okay. So, does anyone else want to ask any questions of Nadia during the second day?
I'm not worried about asking her questions. I just worry about getting all the ship stuff done because I don't know how big this boat is, but just 5 of us working on it. 4 if you count the guy who doesn't really know what he's doing on the boat.
3, because
Probably-
Nadia doesn't know what she's doing either.
Oh, well then, yeah, it's there's a lot to maintain, probably just for the 3 of us.
Okay. It's about a 60-foot boat, and there happens to be 60 feet plus the captain's quarters, which is raised. There's the crew quarters, and then there's the storage hold.
Well,
Okay.
I'm fucking it up today some.
Yeah, my check was 13, so I'm at least doing something.
Okay. Well, the boat doesn't encounter any problems today. Okay. And then, so I'm just going to roll for the next day if no one has anything else.
Nope, I don't.
Okay. On this day, you see a couple of other ships passing by, headed the other direction. And it's up to you guys if you guys want to try and hail them or not.
Can you repeat again? Were they struggling, or
Roll spot check.
that's a little better? Spot check would be 14.
Okay. So you're able to see that the ships themselves that you've passed today are flying merchant colors, while they don't seem to be hailing for any help. They do not slow down upon seeing your ship to try to communicate and just hurry on their way.
Okay. Does anyone spot the ship other than me, or?
The ships are there to see, however, to get details, you'd have to roll a spot check. Does anyone else want to try and spot something?
I'm probably too focused on boatly duties to worry about all that right now, especially since I'm not doing good. I'm probably getting frustrated and like redoing the same task multiple times.
Okay.
I'll roll because I'm probably just kind of waiting around for Valnir to tell me what to do. If he's not focused on telling me what to do, then I guess I'll roll it. I'm going to assume I see nothing.
You see the ships, but you can't really make out much of them.
Copy that.
Thanks for following, Joseph.
Yeah, no problem. I just realized you had said you were doing that. I had the other channels up, but I know you probably don't want us hanging out on your channel in case you have something up you don't want us to see.
It's fine. I don't have anything that you guys can't see up right now.
I just went to your channel, followed you, and grabbed the link so that I could share it in my channel.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so from the spot, there would be nothing that I would say would be out of the ordinary.
Yep, a pretty uneventful day, except for the fact that 2 boats passed by.
What's Ren doing?
What is Ren doing, the sneaky guy?
The quiet one.
Is it a spot roll?
I didn't see
Oh.
the spot roll.
I see the spot roll. It seems that archaic spot rolls are set up to whisper to me.
Ah,
Ooh, he doesn't want us knowing.
So Ren rolled a 17, and Madgarou rolled a 16. Trill Racket rolled an 8. So the 16 and 17, you're able to spot the ships. You see the merchant colors on them, and you notice that they do not slow down or try to hail your boat as they pass.
at this point, I don't need any merchants.
Mm-hmm.
I am okay, so I don't do anything with that knowledge.
Okay. So I'm assuming the day, if nobody has anything else, the day passes without much event, and uh, at the night, once the night falls, Nadia checks the stars and says, "Interesting. We're making a lot better progress than I thought we would. It seems if we keep up this pace, we should be at the Lost Isles early tomorrow."
Interesting. Very well.
Well, I mean, it's the faster we get the job done, the sooner we get paid more.
Yeah, I have no complaints.
Mhm. So, as you guys settle into bed, it's nice and quiet out. The stars are shining above deck, and there's not a spot of a cloud in the sky. In the middle of the night, however, Eltham Obsidian happens to have a dream. It's an odd dream for him. However, due to the powers that he's started to learn that he has, these odd dreams don't happen to be out of the ordinary. It starts with a bunch of giant black scaled beasts with large wings circling around, saying stuff amongst themselves, chattering. However, the dream starts to take a different turn. A black fog rolls in. It seems to wash over them, turning them into ash. Before a voice creeps itself into Ethelmal's head. It says, "Interesting. You could be of use. Awaken." And Ethelmal awakes. The ship happens to be rocking. He can hear rain pounding and a crack of thunder strikes through the air, awakening everyone. As you all wake up, you notice that it's it's suddenly storming out, which is everyone can know that it's storming, and you guys realize the mast was left open. The You guys need to close the mast. Otherwise, you could close the mainsail. Otherwise, you could lose the mast.
Kind of interesting on how that got forgotten, but okay.
Well, it was.
Well, damn. Dresseth is on the spot here tonight.
Yes. Okay.
All right, I will at least get up and start going. Yeah, look around quizzically and go, interesting, and kind of just go up onto the deck.
Okay.
Joe Racket will follow suit.
Okay.
Get your little asses over here and help me get this thing down.
All right, let me.
I mean, I've pretty much got it on my own, but he feels like he's like the only one working, so it's like he wants y'all to help too.
Boy reporting for duty, sir.
And I go. I try and go. Not tonight.
I'm gonna look at Valnir and go, "Well, what do you want me to do?" Kind of hold my hands out.
I give him a rope to hold on to, and hope that it doesn't like sling him away.
I will grab the rope and hold it onto it for dear life.
Everybody feels a slight increase in strength, even though it doesn't change your strength right now. I have a different field up right now.
Okay.
I have my power field up.
So,
Well,
Valnir,
this should be interesting.
as you get up onto the deck, you feel a pressure pushing at your skull, as if you're in the presence of something powerful, as you try and help gain control of the ship and put away the mainsail.
I'm gonna try to see if I can sonically focus myself to see if I can help balance my mind out.
Okay, roll a concentration check. You're able to successfully ignore the pressure that you feel, and uh, you dismiss it altogether for now. Archaic's helping out with the ropes, and you guys manage to put the main sail away while Nadia comes out onto the deck. Nadia holds up a few grains of wheat as she tries to dispel the storm. However, instead of the storm dissipating, the waves around you calm down. The wind still whips at the ship, but the large waves around the ship grow taller and taller, only to crash and fall and keep the ship uh, in smoother water.
Is Nadia praying still, or is she done with her prayer?
Nadia is still praying. It seems like it is a bit of a constant battle.
Okay. At least yell at her, what do you think about this wind?
Nadia finds a pause and says that it's quite unnatural, she says, as uh, two of the three grains of wheat in her hand rot away.
Hmm.
As she continues to try and fight the storm, she pulls out a sickle from her waist, holds it up, using it with the wheat as her holy symbol. She tries to dispel the storm once more, falling to her knees as the sky breaks clear above the ship, revealing a black, scaly mass with a metallic shine to it. A giant dragon uh, appears
Is it
within it.
similar to the one that I saw in my dream?
It is.
Oh,
In fact, you hear something. In your mind, you hear in Draconic, awaken me. And then after that, Nadia tries to dispel the storm once more as the clouds go back in. However, a shining figure of light appears next to Nadia, grabs the sickle from her hand, points it at the dragon as a bolt of light shoots at it. The bolt of light pierces the dragon, and the storm dissipates for a moment before disappearing. But then the dragon's body starts to turn into a dark cloud, blowing out from its spot, and the force of the wind lifts the ship up, tearing it in half as you all black out. Thankfully, however, on the next morning, you all wake up. However, you cannot see Nadia around you. You are shipwrecked on this island, which I believe I've pushed you to, and you are on the northern shore of it by a bit of trees over by the coral reef.
I feel like this calls for a that escalated quick meme.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to our gear?
You are so roll a search check. Okay.
Well, I think I'm okay.
Everyone's able to search quite well. The only one who hasn't rolled a search check is Rin, Archaic. If you want to roll a search,
One
or
sec.
Wait, did some of the roll? Oh, they go right to the GM. I see. Never mind.
Seeing certain ones that went there now too myself.
Yeah, I'm turning all mine off to no.
you are all able to
Oh, I
find.
see it.
You're able to find that your gear and pieces of the ship, along with the other supplies, washed up on shore. Uh, if you want to try and fashion rations from what you're able to salvage, you could make about 5 days worth of rations for each of you. However, the ship does not look like it is repairable. You're able to find all of your gear, luckily enough, and most of you seem to be uninjured. It is only Nadia who happens to be lost to the waves.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we got paid first.
Hey,
I
but how are we getting home?
well, let's first. Does anyone know where we are?
I know. We're on an island.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
So, if anyone wants to try and use a survival check to try and find out their location, or a knowledge nature check, or sorry, knowledge
It
geography
is
check.
geography. Let's see what my survival skills are.
So,
And that +2 didn't apply, so
Shellracket knows that he is on an island,
Told ya.
and there happens to be pockets in the beach in which to find some delicious crabs.
Sweet. I'm gonna go get crabs.
Valnir
You're going about the wrong
recognize
way.
Valnir recognizes that they're quite lucky because you guys are on a coral reef. If you guys had tried to uh, drive the ship near this spot on the island, then the ship could have gotten stuck. And the fact that the coral reef is there means that it helps impact things from storms. Ren, on the other hand, just knows he's on an island,
Hey.
while Elthanol Obsidian uh, knows from what he's learned of uh, how the currents work. They're probably on the Lost Islands, probably one of the outer ones, but beyond that, he can't place down which. Then again, they've only come back recently, so there are not many maps that disclose much information about them.
I'm gonna grab all my stuff that I find, and I'm gonna kind of walk along the coastline, kind of around the island, just to kind of get a feel for the lay of it.
Can we
Okay.
see the entirety of the island? I'm assuming all this green stuff in the middle are trees.
So the green stuff in the middle here is trees. There happens to be a grassy walkway leading up from the beach above you guys, leading around the trees. On the right side, or on the eastern side of the island, there happens to be some mountains that lead to uh, what it looks like the land seems to rise along with the mountains, possibly leading to cliffs.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that this is just a very big zoom out of the island. There we go. Let's get that going.
All right. So
Well,
we probably made it to at least the area we wanted to go to. It wasn't the greatest landing, that's for sure.
You said we ended up with what, 5 days worth of makeshift rations?
5 days for each of you.
well, I have an idea. I'll kind of stare as I'm brushing all the sand off of my hat, kind of like flexing it to get any bit and crumb of sand out of it, flap it onto my head, and I'm going to start kind of looking around with my hands on my hip. And I'll be like, I think the best idea for us, and I'm going to point towards the mountainy rise, head up that way, and we can see more of the island at the tip. We can make a better idea of where we're at here.
I am in complete agreement with that.
Okay. Anyone opposed?
Well, I was starting to get ready to walk around the island, but I guess I'll follow the group.
Okay.
I start walking the sand. I'm like, fine. Lead the way, little one. Let's see what you can find.
Okay.
We have a different aura on as of right now, and I ensure that the 3 others are within my aura.
Okay.
So, okay, question. This aura, is it something visual that we can see? Is it something we feel? What is it?
Could
Out of game, I know what it is because I know what a dragon shaman is. But I mean,
Yes.
in game, what?
in this game, you kind of just feel like a very light tingling of energy around.
Ooh, tingly.
Okay. Which aura are you using right now?
Energy shield.
Okay.
Hence why you feel energy.
Okay. As you climb up the mountains, it's a bit of a hike to get to it. However, when you guys get to about here, you're able to is that pinging for you guys, or do I have to draw? I'll draw it with a red dot. You're able to climb the tallest mountain upon the island, and you're able to see the forest, and over it you're able to see what looks like a couple of structures in the distance, and you're able to see a footpath leading down from the mountains, leading towards it.
Is there anything odd about those structures? And I'm assuming I need a spot check for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you have a
Survey says no.
if you have a telescope, you'd get a bonus to your spot check.
I do not have a telescope. That is not my forte.
I think those things cost like 1,000 gold, so I'm pretty sure nobody probably has one yet.
Okay. So Rin is able to see that it looks like one of the structures, at least from this distance, might not be completely intact. And Valner and Rin are both able to see that it looks like the structures seem to be made with a orange sort of wood.
You guys notice anything?
Don't overtalk me.
Ah!
Ah! Looks like there's some shelter ahead.
Anyone spot anything odd about the shelter?
It's buildings. All we need to do is just go over there and you can inspect it for yourself.
Fair enough. That's all I see as well.
You guys have to point out the
No, little one, not that way. We're going this way.
location.
Right.
Are you guys heading through the forest, or are you going to take the footpath?
I'll take the footpath.
I was gonna say which way looks easiest, the footpath?
To get to the footpath, you would have to cross over a couple of mountains, or you would have to head into the forest and then circle down to it.
How long do you think we would be in the forest?
Um, Judging by the fact that it took you guys, I'm gonna say it took you guys about uh, 3-4 hours to get to where you are currently. Uh, to go through the forest, it would probably only take about 2 hours. However, it would take you about an hour to get to the footpath and then half an hour to 45 minutes to follow along the footpath.
Out of curiosity, when we woke up from the wreck, what time of day was it?
It was morning.
Morning.
Okay.
She did shit morning.
Okay, so we got plenty of time.
Yeah, let's go to the footpath.
Okay. You make your way to the footpath and then get to this here structure. And you guys reach the end of the footpath and are right about. Let's make sure I'm making the right player. Right over here. You're
Oh,
able
crap.
to. You're able to see that. You guys can place your tokens down if you want. You're able to see that there happens to be two buildings that are missing roofs. The three, one of them you can obviously see inside it. It doesn't even have doors. Another one you can see has had a couple of spots of it worn down and fallen over, but has its doors intact. Then you happen to have one building that seems to be in disrepair. However, it is it still has a roof and looks structurally sound for now. Um, there happens to be another path leading up to the buildings that are that's made out of stones that leads off towards the beach that you guys came from.
How do I put my token down?
So if
Drag
you
your name from the character and place it down on the map.
What?
If you look on the
So-
right side, the chat tab, like there's little tabs up
The
top.
journal.
If you go to journal and then where it says characters and you see your character's name, just literally click and drag your name down there.
also, for future reference, if you go into your character sheet and hit edit, you can add a avatar and a token for future sessions.
Yep. Right here.
It seems like Rin doesn't want to be with you guys and heads out to the most broken down of the buildings. It appears to be made out of an orange wood with gray speckles within it.
Can you delete
Is
a token?
Yes.
Delete
it's
my
your-
previous. Yeah, delete my previous token. I got a new one.
Okay.
Doop, 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 doop.
Ta-da!
all right. Now I know which one is Rin, the
Hey!
invisible one.
Okay. You guys get to this village and roll a listen check.
Listen. Well then. Well then.
It seems like
The character sheet. Skills.
waiting on one more.
Doop.
And it seems like
Oof.
everyone except for Valnir can hear footsteps coming from the building that is intact.
I would like to attempt to hide.
I was going to also hide.
Roll hide checks.
I have no need to hide because I didn't hear nothing.
Can I, like, real quickly whisper to Valnir, "Psst, hide now," and then I'm gonna try and use my hide check.
Sure thing.
I guess if he tells me to try to hide now, I should try to hide.
Okay.
So I need to find a
That was actually a bad roll.
What was your hide?
My hide is 9
Okay.
plus 7, so 16.
Okay. And Ren's hide. Ren is hiding the best out of all of you, but you all seem pretty good with how you guys are doing hiding around the rubble of this village for now.
I'm going to move silently, and I'm going to move towards the corner of the building. I'm just going to. So my goal is to move here. Move silently is 21.
Okay. You make it there without incident.
Is there anything that I could see in the building? Like, is there windows or anything, especially like in the up or to the, either side of the wall?
Unfortunately, these walls do not have windows. However, you can see from your approach that the uh, house itself tended to have had glass and some cloth over parts of the roof as if they were skylights.
Okay. I point to Valnir and Shill, and I just wave them towards me.
Rin, from his vantage point, can see that uh, one of the doors to the house has fallen off, and a large rock was moved to act as a barrier for where the missing door is. However, the other side of the doorway still has a door that flaps a little bit as it doesn't have the other door to lock into.
If they're not going to move with me, I will
I-
move.
I will attempt. If I heard and/or saw him wave us up, I would like to move up. Shellracket would like to move up.
Okay.
I'm going to move
I'll-
silent.
I'll try to move silently as well, but I'm trying to get my modifiers and my skills because I have a couple of different modifiers.
Okay.
I have a okay.
Rin is moving very stealthily to you guys.
Move silently. I have a
Squish, squish, squish. As I move
Hey,
forward.
Jedi.
4.
Squish,
but-
squish,
No
squish.
one's winning, Yeti.
Shell Racket seems to be making a bit of a racket as he approaches you guys. He thinks he's being stealthy, but he's stepping in all the wrong places, stepping on the twigs and things like that, but not being overtly loud, just stepping up, making some cracking noises and some rustling noises.
Well, I'm going to roll this roll, but I can't find a way to factor in my armor check penalty, so just subtract 2 from whatever I roll.
It generally does do that.
It's for some reason it's not,
I see 17 plus 5.
but then subtract 2 because of my armor check.
Okay, so 20, you're able to be stealthy, and you're quite on par with the rest of the group, except for Shill Racket, who's making a racket.
Sorry.
He's trying his
All
best.
right.
How
Do we
small?
need to
how small
re-roll
is
for?
Racket?
I'm small.
Like under 3 foot or
Yeah.
Like, if I was moving with him and he started making noise, could I just like pick him up and try to carry him with me?
You can. How much does Shellracket weigh with his gear?
With gear, let me see. About, I don't know, 53 pounds.
Can you carry 53 pounds?
I
I
can.
think that's right.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Do. That's not what I wanted.
Do, do, do.
Yeah, about 49 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah. I am currently carrying, this says I'm carrying 88 pounds of gear. I didn't think I was carrying that much, but maybe I am. There is no way I'm carrying 88 pounds of gear. I don't know why it thinks I am. I'm not carrying 88 pounds.
Just toss him. People in my chat want you to just toss me.
For now, I'm holding him until we get somewhere a little safer. I'm not going to toss him quite yet.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to make it to where he doesn't make sound since he's not squishing his way through things.
All right.
Okay.
Since we don't see anything, do I need to reroll checks, or are we just considering that the same?
I'm gonna consider it the same. Let's move things on a little bit. You guys are all together and able to move silently.
All right. I moved to my vantage point here. Do I see anything?
As you move there, you can you see how the rest of the town hasn't, or the village hasn't fared too well. There seems to be a couple of other paths leading to empty plots of land. However, the stone path leading up to the mansion seems to be doing quite well with no weeds in it.
And all right.
So we are next to the mansion.
You are, yes, it's the
Okay.
largest house there. So,
All right.
All right. Then I'll move to archaic spot.
okay, you're able to see the boulder that was put at the entrance, blocking half of the entryway.
All right. And I wave Velnir towards us.
Okay.
Me and archaic are both.
I know why I did that.
Can we see through the boulder, or is the boulder actually?
Roll another stealth check and a spot check.
Okay. That makes way more sense now. I miscalculated the weight because I was calculating for the amount of items I had. So, yeah, I can easily carry him and all my stuff and still be in just a medium load.
Okay.
All right. Silently is 21, and my spot check is garbage. But my hide is 29.
Okay.
Question, how tall is the roof from where we're standing?
The roof seems to be about 15 feet up.
Well, I was thinking about maybe just trying to get Shillracket up there, but between his short height and I'm not that tall myself, I don't think I can get him up there.
All I can see is the pit stain on Valnir's shirt right now. That's all I can see.
So, Rin is able to peek inside without getting spot, and he sees a couple of humanoid like beings with goat-like antlers and a bit of fur. However, Ren can't really make out much from the small little hole that he is peeking through.
I'll hold up my hand for everybody to stop.
I don't have a choice in the matter.
I'm gonna just move to the other side.
Okay.
And I have my hide and my move silent check.
Your
Okay.
hide check is hidden. We don't get to see it.
I'll update Valorant on the situation.
I'm only hiding.
Okay, you're
I-
able to slip past.
So what are you updating me on? Okay.
There's goat people in there, covered in fur.
Goat people.
Is there a reason why we're hiding from them?
I don't know what else is in the room.
Yeah.
Is there a reason we're hiding from them?
They're goats. You said they're goats to us.
Goat men, yes.
Maybe they just need fed. Give them some hay or something. Some fresh grass.
I mean, if you
What you
can't,
guys want to do?
I mean, I can just walk into the door and we can do whatever.
Wait. I got an idea. I'm going to attempt to cast a spell on Valnir.
Okay. What spell are you casting?
I am going to attempt to cast.
Magic missile.
I am not the darkness.
I'm going to attempt to cast Lesser Bull Strength.
Okay.
I don't know if that link will work for you.
Oh,
There you
I
go.
think you can click it
It
though.
does. Boom.
Where did you find that at?
I had to create it.
Oh, okay.
So
Yes.
it functions just like Bull Strength, except it grants a +1 enhancement bonus. And it's
Okay.
going to last for 3 minutes.
Okay.
However, before we do that, okay. So I'm casting a spell, I have to do that. So I'm going to enhance his strength +1 bonus for the next 3 minutes.
Okay.
I'm going to mutter in a musical cantation and just kind of pat him on the shoulder or under the armpit, because I don't know if he's still holding me.
I mean, I haven't put it down yet.
Sing.
All right.
I can't sing. We're outside this place. If I start singing, they'll probably.
Notice you.
Also, I gotta hold on. Go ahead. Go ahead, DM.
Is there a way to generate a token, like a timer or something you can put?
I'll keep track of it in the turn order. However, if you want something in there, let's see.
I mean, I would if you're going to keep track of it, that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. So
Yeah. You cast it on Valnir,
mhm.
and it's
3 minutes, so 30,
3
30
minutes.
rounds.
And a +1 strength's actually good because I have an odd strength, so that will actually improve my strength score.
Well, it gives you an enhancement bonus. So wouldn't that give? Well, does that increase your strength or your strength bonus?
No, it increases your strength,
Okay.
but because I was already at 15, a 16 actually brings my modifier up by 1. So
Well,
I'm the only person who wouldn't freaking benefit with that because I'm the only one that's got an even strength.
I mean, my strength modifier will go from a -2 to a -1 if I used it on myself.
On a
Oh.
side note, Catbat, I am switching to power, but since they're far away, they do not notice any effects.
Okay. So,
I feel like my muscles tighten up a little bit more, and I'm looking at, Shilrek that I'm holding. It's like, is that you?
I'm gonna nod, hold up a thumb, and be like, "Good luck."
I look over at Ren. And it's like, what do you want to do? Are we going to go say hi? Are we going to bust the door in? What do you want to do?
I could see inside, so I assume the door was open.
Well, I mean, so out of
Go
game,
in and
we don't know they're evil, right? We don't know it.
No,
right.
you know nothing about them besides what Rin was able to communicate to you guys after looking through a tiny crack, and he didn't get such a good look of what was inside.
It's
At
just
bat, since
goat people.
since I moved and went to a different location, can I try and spot again, or are we just going to go? I spotted once and failed.
Um, if
I'm,
you can
I'm
try
going.
again if you want,
All right,
you'd
I'm
have
going
to
to try
do
one more time.
another move silently.
All right, so move silently, and then a spot. So move silently 25. I think I'm okay. And spot check is 17.
So
Give
as
me
you
1 second.
spot, okay.
No, I was gonna say I'm about to walk up in there, so I mean I don't know what he's doing, but I'm just letting you know.
And, since I'm still moved silently, I literally just point my hand there before he moves, anywhere from there. But I just go,
How did you create that into a link, Jeannie?
What this?
I
Oh,
went to the webpage, found the ability I'm about to use, but I was trying to get a link so I could put it somewhere.
So what I did, I'm not sure where you can put that, but for me, it was in spells in my spell list.
Yeah,
Each spell has a box that has an emote or a macro
yeah,
text
exactly.
box. I just copied that link into that box, and
Oh,
then when I
okay.
used it, I rolled the button.
Boop, boop, boop,
That's how I did it.
boop. So yeah, I'm about to use that, and then I'm about to go walk up to the door and open it.
yeah. Well, before though, let me spot, and I can try to. So my spot is 17. Do I see anything?
Okay. As you look in, you can see dried blood upon the tables. Uh, these creatures before you have cloven feet, are brandishing large axe like weapons, and have some rough leather armor strapped onto them. They have
All right.
goat like heads, and they happen to have 3 fingers and a thumb upon their hands.
So I motion to Valnir. It's how many do I see?
You can see 2.
I motion to him and go. I have the 2 fingers, and then I kind of do like an axe swing, and I kind of go for like an armor, or whisper it to him if he's close by, and just kind of try to warn him to be careful.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
And I uh
Well, as I get ready to go to the door and open it up, y'all do notice like my eyes start to glow, and then you see a weird shimmering substance kind of around me as I'm doing something.
and when you move close, when you move within 30 feet of me, as Rin is right now, you feel currently stronger. You feel like you've got the same exact boost that skill racket gave you, or shoe
Okay.
racket.
Speaking of which, I did set you down before I walked up to the door.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to open the door and walk in. I mean,
Okay.
I'm like, what's up? I don't actually say that, but I mean, like, I open the door and see what they do.
As you walk in, the two goatmen before you uh, turn around in their seats and stand up, and they talk to each other in a strange language. I'm assuming none of you know uh, Ibixian.
No.
It was a long shot, anyways. So they say something like that, and one of them picks up their axe and holds it in two hands, like they're getting ready for a fight.
All right. Before I'm just going to go there, all of a sudden everyone feels sparkly.
I am not a vampire.
Well, yes, you are not. You are not the sparkly vampire, but you feel like you've got some electricity around you.
Okay.
So everyone's got the energy shield again.
Is it initiative time?
I'd say it's initiative time.
I gotta remember where the initiative roll is.
Now, why does it tell me I have no token selected when I've obviously put him on the field? That is my token.
Hmm. That is odd.
Oh, it might be because Catbat chose. Yeah, probably now.
Okay.
Click on your token and then try doing it.
I guess that worked.
Yep.
Wow, I somehow rolled above a 20 with that. Okay.
Hey, Dressith, click on your token, and you should have 3 orbs pop up. I would put your health in one of them. Put that number 29 in there for one, maybe the green one, and then whatever else you want in the third one. That way, you can keep track of how many rounds go by for your for that buff I gave you.
Okay. That's a good idea.
All right. My green bar is up to date. People can see my health.
People on your stream can. I can't.
Oh, you can't?
Nope.
I don't see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can only see my own.
So they look like they are ready for a fight.
They look like they are ready for a fight. And one last one. Okay. And
I would be
Ultimo
first.
Obsidian gets first action.
All right. So if I am walking in, is that a 2 melee? Is that a attack of opportunity that I'm giving the unit, or no? It's only an attack of opportunity if I leave, correct?
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2 here. We're allowed 2 move actions and an attack, correct?
You
What?
get one move action and one standard action, which can be attack, or you can use it to move again.
Okay.
If you happen to have, I believe it's something like the run by attack or something like that, you're allowed to move again after attacking as long as you don't move more
No.
than your base
No.
speed.
Sorry, I've been playing 3, 5, and 5, and I'm mixing up which ones allow you 2 move actions and which ones allow 1 move action.
Yeah,
Um,
if you don't take a move action at all, you can make a 5-foot adjustment for free. But if you take any kind of move action, you can't use your
Yep, yep,
5-foot
yep.
adjustment.
No. Now I'm remembering. As I say, I just need the first battle or two to remember most of the rules.
Yeah, that's why we're doing it like this. So that way everyone gets used to it again. By the way, your 5-foot step does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay?
All right. Now I've got to go to weapons. Morning Star. Which one is the right roll? So I am going to use. I've got my Morning Star shield. That's always my main equip, and I will obviously you know which one I am trying to attack, and I'll use this one because it's been rolling. So I am not flanking. I am
Valerie.
not going to do power attack. Additional attack bonus is
Hello.
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 Oh
We
no,
hear you. We hear you.
yeah. Sorry, I'm looking. I've got all this input. Uh,
Oh,
so I could hit AC 17, and that damage it needs to be. Nope, that's correct actually.
okay. You're attacking. You hit 17, so you hit for 5 damage. Okay. You get a solid hit upon this goat person.
Now, what did I roll my just a question to make sure that my macro is correct. Can you see what I did for 5 damage?
For if you actually hover over it, it should tell you you rolled 1d6.
2. Yep, and I rolled a
1d6
2.
plus 3.
Oh wait, that is not the right roll. My thing is incorrect.
Okay.
Should be a 1d8.
Okay. We'll roll 1d8 instead.
Well, I'm just gonna roll the d8 and then fix my thing. So hold on.
Okay.
I rolled a 4 on my d8 plus, and my strength is 3, so that would be 7 damage, not 5.
Okay. I put that. You hit this goat person so hard he gets winded. Okay. And if that is your turn.
Those are my actions right now.
Okay. Then it moves on to Shill Racket.
I'm gonna hold my
Yes.
action.
Okay. So I believe in 3.5, when you're holding your action, you have to set a condition for what you're reacting to.
Any enemies coming outside?
Okay. So if an enemy heads outside, it will jump back to your standard action for you to do what you're going to do.
That is correct.
Okay. Goatman 2. The one that you hit shouts something angrily in a language you don't understand, and then is going to swing a great axe at you. Let's see. Does a 9 hit?
No.
He swings it, but he's a bit too winded from your attack, and he hits the floor right next to you. Okay, and then he is going to take a step this way. Let's see.
That provokes a attack of opportunity, doesn't? Oh no, it's a 5. That's not 5 feet.
Boom. Boom.
Diagonals more than 5 feet.
Okay. It was there.
Okay.
Okay. This guy goes 1, 2, 3.
I realized this whole time I was on mute. No, the first 5 foot is like one diagonal is only 5 foot. If you take more than one diagonal, the second's 10. It goes 5,
Okay.
10, 5, 10, 5, 10 for every diagonal you take.
Okay, so we're not doing the 7.5. We always did the 7.5 thing.
It's
Because
fine.
because with the free movement up there, because it was so, and I'm just going to ask the question here. When I played, we could never do a free move as a diagonal. The free 5.
There's also a table there, so he shouldn't be able to do the free as a diagonal. That's kind of rough terrain because he'd have to vault over the table.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Ah.
this guy, this one, happens to have slightly better armor than the rest. He comes barging out when he hears the yelling, and he's going to attack you for. Does a 19 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. You are going to take.
Uh-oh, Matt's going to die in the first encounter.
7 damage.
Your friend takes 2 damage as well.
Okay, he takes 2 damage. And I believe. No, it wasn't you who had the damage reduction cast on them.
No.
Okay, so that's his turn. So Rin goes.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey.
What you got for us, Daddy? What do you got?
I will go through the room, tumble into flank here.
You have to step around the boulder. So, let's see.
So you've got 5 feet, 10, 15, 20. You could still move 25 to any of the 2 main there.
This would be 20 right here if you stop right there. If you
Yeah.
do the diagonal.
Yeah, you're still at 20. I mean, you could have hit anyone with 25.
That you can see.
Isn't there a way to bend this around corners? Oh, there is. This would be 20 right here if you stop right there.
Yeah.
If you do the diagonal.
Yeah, you're still at 20. I mean, you could have hit anyone with 25.
Right there. Check it out. 20.
Oh my god.
Ooh, no. Oh, there is.
You tumble and trip into position.
Fantastic.
Okay. Because you're stumbling from your tumble, you're going to take a -2 to your attack roll if you attack this turn.
Oh, you're gonna allow me to attack? Okay.
Yep. The only thing is, you do not get your sneak attack for this because your tumble was kind of bad.
Ugh. All right.
Better something than nothing, though.
I don't know if this is gonna work, but I guess we'll try it.
Okay, and you're attacking this scout person here. You manage to hit them, and you find a chink in their armor to attack with your rapier. The enemy is currently bloodied.
Why did it roll 3 20s?
I don't know, but I got a nat 20 on one of them.
I'm not seeing
Not that it
3
matters.
20s being rolled.
Oh, it was a visual cue.
Yeah,
I
it was
have
on my
visual
screen.
dice. I got 3D dice turned on, so when he rolled, it had like 3 20s and 2 D6 on the table.
Yeah.
Oh well. So it now moves on to Valnir.
I'm going to create. It's gonna activate another power. It's gonna create an auditory hum that kind of gets really loud for a second as I put another buff on myself.
Okay.
Let's see, and then I'm gonna move up. Boop, and then I'm gonna move up to there. This needs to go to 28. This now goes to 19. All right, and that's gonna be me.
Okay. The goat person that you just moved up to is like, "You're coming at me?" And he's going to swing his axe at you
Mm-hmm.
and does a 16 hit.
Not anymore. It would have momentarily, but it would hit the now temporary invisible force shield that appeared in front of me as it impacted his blow.
So as he swings, he hits that invisible disc, which deflects his axe, and he gets a puzzled look on his face as he was quite sure he hit you, but no harm befell you. Then this guy comes 3, 4, 5, 6. This goat person comes out through the doors and sees what's going on and just basically yells. And that is his turn. And we're back to the top.
When you say he yells, I think of like the goatman from like Diablo. "Roar!" He just came out and did that.
And
I'm
that's
just
what I'm-
thinking.
Ah!
I'm just thinking the goat scream.
The one that people
Oh.
put in the Taylor Swift songs.
Yes. All right. So to the one in the best armor, I will. Since I have the improved feint ability, my move action will be to bluff and to try to feint.
Okay. Roll bluff.
So my bluff is 15.
And you managed to successfully bluff.
And now I go. Now he is flat-footed. So I go and weapon to attack. I don't get flank bonus, correct? Because it's only archaic.
There is an angle in which you guys could possibly flank from if you did a 5-foot step.
Yeah. You know what? I will do my 5-foot step. There's the flank.
Okay, you get plus
Try
2 to
that
your
again.
attack roll.
Yeah. Well, it's going to go there. Power attack, no. Additional attack bonus, no. No. 17 for 5 damage.
Okay. You you just barely hit. Your blow glances off the armor, yet still finds purchase in its arm as it clattered off its shoulder. You manage to cut deep, however, skinning off quite a bit of flesh as he howls in pain, but is still standing.
Remember, he is flat-footed. Just to
Yes, I took that
Okay.
into account.
He's heavily armored, so the flat-footed only negates dex, which you probably didn't have a lot of.
No, I understood, but just making sure.
Yep. Now it is Shill Rackets.
I'm gonna make this move.
Okay, are you jumping up on top of the table or are you trying to duck underneath it?
Well, I think I might. I might go underneath it.
Okay, the table is roughly about 2.5 feet off the ground.
I'm only 3.5 feet tall, so
You don't need to roll to duck under it.
all right.
Okay, you
So
can move there.
that's my move,
Okay,
and I'm not gonna do anything else this turn.
Okay. This goat man goes. He is quite angry with what should we call it? With
Ultimo?
Ultimo for attacking what you assume to be the leader of the pack, and I'm assuming a 9 does not hit you.
No.
Okay. And he swings his axe at you, missing, but tries to follow up with a headbutt. Does a 17 hit?
My AC.
20, so it does not. Okay, and that is his turn. It now goes to the leader of the pack, who is taking quite a bit of damage. He's going to try and retreat. But he's going to try and retreat into this room here and close the door. Rin and Ultimo both get attacks of opportunity.
All right, so I'm still flanked. I rolled a 14, so I missed.
14 misses. Archaic, are you here?
Yep, one sec. I gotta go through all this BS.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm getting better at it now, considering I think I'm on my 5th time going through it.
Hey, quick question. Are we using spell components?
Do you have a spell component pouch?
I did not pick anything like that up.
I think as a bard, you just need to have your instrument as a focus. So
But
I'm
not.
Okay.
Well, Archaic critted.
Okay. Archaic, you managed to stab the leader of the pack in the back, and you slay him. He goes down, whimpering and coughing out blood before falling still.
First!
Woo! Let's go!
Okay, and then Rin, it is your turn.
Yeah, I was going to say, go ahead, finish him off.
I'll move up to that dude.
Okay.
Do I need to do a tumble check there or no?
You do not.
2 attack of opportunity, right?
No, you're moving towards an enemy, and the other one that was near it's only a 5 step, so you're not provoking a attack of opportunity.
You're good for now, Archaic. You hit, and you greatly bloody this goatman before you. It looks like he is on his last legs, barely hanging on. Valnir goes.
I'm going to
Kill some dudes.
expend my psychic focus and attempt to strike him with a psionic fist.
Okay. And which one
Punch him in the
are you
nards.
trying
The
to
one right-
strike?
The one right in front of me.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to, you go to your weapons page, you have like preset dice rolls you can just click, but I've got modifiers now because of the buff he gave me. So I'm trying to figure out how to include that.
Well, basically, just say it will say, "Do you have bonus damage?"
Well,
While you click.
I've already got that, I've got that factored in already.
If you go to your character sheet, if you actually go to your stats, you have a misc bonus on your strength.
I
If
found
you
one. Submit.
it's a temporary bonus, it'll automatically put it in. So I just put it in for you.
Oof, AC 13.
It also didn't give me my other extra 2d6 damage, so did the 13 hit?
The 13 did not hit.
Doesn't matter anyways.
Does your psychic strike does that work on touch or just on damage?
It's a damage thing.
Okay, I just wanted to double check because you do not hit uh, the goat person through his armor.
Yeah, it pretty much I have to expand my sonic focus, and whether it hits or not, I've still expanded the sonic focus to try to do it.
Okay,
So
I just wanted to double check. Okay, so the one that you just tried to punch is going to swing his axe back at you and does a 24 hit.
yup, all day, every day.
Okay, he swings his axe and does
Uh-oh.
4 damage.
He gets 2 damage back.
Okay,
I also reduced that damage by 2
okay. So I
because
guess
because of biofeedback.
sure thing. So you have taken 2 damage, and then after he swings his axe, he's going to try and headbutt you, and I'm assuming a 17 doesn't hit you.
It would strike that force field again.
Nope. He doesn't hit you, and it moves to this one over here, which is going to join his buddy in attacking you. And 8 does not hit you with the axe, and 19 with the headbutt.
That's enough to get through.
Ooh, I got an idea.
The headbutt does 6 minus 2 for your biofeedback, 4 damage.
It's crazy
And
that it did more than the axe did.
and that guy also takes 2 damage.
Mm-hmm. It was just a really lucky damage roll and an unlucky damage roll on the axe. But it is what it is. And then it goes back to the top again.
All right. So the one that is hurt, I am going to obviously faint him, and just while I'm fainting, you're going to die.
Okay, roll the feint.
I'm trying to get there. Ooh, bluff of 8. Wow.
Unfortunately, he sees through your bluff.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, that is a horrible roll. I'm a little nervous about this now. I can still use my 5 foot. Would that be attack of opportunity? Because is the door closed, or did we kill the unit?
The door is open, however, to get in there, you would have to step through the enemy square because there's a wall blocking the pathway.
Yep. Okay. And I'm not going to be able to flank. Well, he is going to die.
You manage to bash his skull in, and you can see a bit of brain leaking out.
Oh, the
Nice.
Morning Star hit hard that time.
Okay. And then it moves to Shill Racket.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
actually,
my time.
I'm going to move my 5 at this point.
Okay. I've got a fun one for you. I'm gonna cast a spell. I'm gonna concentrate on 2 points. My points are, since I'm low to the ground underneath the table, I'm gonna pick this wall right here and underneath this table over here.
Okay. So you're going to basically deal 1d4 damage to everyone within those positions on your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it deals 1d4 damage for every round spent concentrating. During the first round, the caster must make a standard action to select 2 points. Caster must pass a concentration check DC 12 plus 1 per round every round as a move action focus. If the check fails, the voltage is lost and discharged. Every 4 levels, the damage dice increases.
Okay.
So
So
Do you want? Yeah.
roll your damage.
well, I got to roll the DC for the concentration check first, right? I must cast
yes.
a concentration check DC 12 plus 1.
Yes.
So I have to do that first. All right, don't fail me now. Concentration. I think that's literally my highest skill.
Well, it's the first round, so the DC is 12, and then it's +1 for each round after that.
All right.
Oh, that's a first pass.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to deal 1d4 damage to both of them.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
If you want, you can type /roll 1d4. Oh, you got it. That's 2 damage on the first one. And roll again for damage on the other one.
Woo!
Okay.
Zappy, zappy!
You managed to shock them. Quite a shocking move there.
Shock the monkey? Sorry,
It's
that's an
a
80
trap.
song.
And then it is Rin's turn.
Can I go over this table and around?
Yes, that will require a tumble check because you have to vault over the table.
Well, you could move there, so 5, 15, 20. That's a 25 move if you want.
If you prefer to go around the table,
I'm gonna tumble it.
okay.
Or he could just tumble it.
Or he tumbled the shit out of it.
Yeah, rule of cool. Just do what, do the extra mile. Okay, you managed to do a forward flip, bounding over the table and land on the other side.
Nice.
Then I assume you're attacking.
Yes.
And you do get flanking, so you get your sneak attack.
I have to roll that separate.
Somebody in my chat just pointed out the reason why I did that spell the way I did.
AC 18. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a good thing that Archaic's there now, because if they try to move away from my little zappy zap, he's gonna get attack of opportunity.
Okay.
So they either stay there and take a D4 point of damage every turn, or they move and get slapped.
Okay. Archaic manages to hit and take down this one right here, slicing down his back and cutting through the goat man's spine.
Nice.
Woohoo! 2!
And now it moves on to Valnir.
Well, there's one already kind of beside me, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and just try to strike.
Oh, well, I screwed up. I forgot to do something when I rolled my spell.
Oh. Well,
I forgot to check for a wild surge.
Oh,
Oh, well.
roll the
Not the
wild
big
surge
deal.
now.
So Valnir hits for 5 damage.
Yes, Valnir does hit for 5 damage.
That's fine.
Okay. Is Valnir going to do anything else with his turn?
Let's see.
If he moves away, you've got attack of opportunity, and there is a live wire right below you.
So I can't move down because then I hit the live wire, right?
Yes.
I guess I'm just going to stay right where I'm at.
Okay. So the goat person, seeing 2 of his friends fall, and seeing that he's in a live wire trap, is going to take a 5-foot step and attack Archaic.
Does that provide a provocative opportunity first? Oh, no, not the 5-step move. Never mind.
Nope. And he's going to
Yep,
take a
that's right.
full round action attacking Archaic. And a 22 with the Great Axe.
Oof.
Oh no.
Yeah, 22 hits.
And ooh, max damage.
Uh-oh.
Take 15 points of damage.
And the opposing unit takes 2 damage.
Yep, it takes 2. Okay, what's your health?
5. I'm good.
Okay.
And then he's rolling on his headbutt, and a 3 doesn't hit.
No.
Okay, and then
Winds up and misses.
he managed to get quite a big chunk out of you with the great axe, though. And back to the top
I think
again.
I lost a finger.
5, 10.
I think you lost a couple of
25.
inches off your waistline. Okay.
All right. That is the best that I could do to avoid the live wire.
Okay. And then I'm assuming you're
Right.
attacking.
Yep. 18 for 9 damage.
And that kills this one as well. You are now out of combat.
Nice. I'm gonna drop my spell.
Okay. You drop the spell and the lightning dissipates. Okay.
I change auras to fast healing. Doesn't matter right now. Everyone feels a little bit more refreshed.
Okay.
Sure.
Get my 15 HP back.
No. We have to rest to do that.
I'm not that refreshed.
Well, exploring this mansion,
I
if you
want-
would.
I am going to go and take a look at the leader. What do I find?
On the leader, you happen to find a key ring with a single key on it. You find his armor, and which is a bit oversized for you, as the leader stood at roughly 7 feet tall. And you also see he happens to have a couple of scraps of food and a water skin. Um, it seems like he was going to a chest in that room, which is currently locked.
The chest or the
I would-
room?
The chest.
I go grab the key and see if it turns the chest.
Inside the chest, you see 2 potions of healing and a map of the island.
All right, so I will obviously take all that stuff,
Okay.
and I need to figure out where my equipment is. There it is. So that's 2 more. And a map. I'm just gonna put it here for now. Is on the table that Shill Racket is. I put down the map and tell everyone I found a map.
Okay.
It is a map.
They agree with you. It is, in fact, a map. And
I think me and Archaic are searching the rooms that we're in. I rolled an 11. He rolled a 25.
And yeah, I rolled a 9. I'm assuming I found nothing else in the room.
you just find a couple, about a day or two's rations that are prepared. You find a couple of fruits and vegetables that have just started to rot and go bad. You find a room with 4 beds in it, as well as another room that just happens to have a table and 4 chairs in it. And that's about what you can find within the this location. However, if you look at the map, you notice that the pathway on the map continues down towards the cliff area as if there is a marking there that doesn't quite match the script on the map, marking something along the cliffs.
on a side note, did I notice any markings on the leader or any of their armors?
They don't seem to have any markings upon their armor. It is a bit battle worn, chipped in places, but it is more about function over any sort of decoration.
Anything about this blood?
The blood seems to be from dried up from something being killed quite a while ago.
And anything in the new room?
In that room, you see a couple of pieces of paper, uh, the table with 4 chairs upon it, and it seems like there is a crude map that of the island copied from the one that was found in the chest, as well as uh, a uh, another island drawn on it that seems to be relatively close, but you couldn't see it over the when you were up in the mountains.
So we need to find a boat.
Mhm.
All right, so grab that map too. So I'll just put map of islands. Okay.
Okay.
Um, at this point, I don't know if I see anything else. What time of day is it right now?
So, judging by how long you guys took to get there, it is mid-afternoon.
All right. How about we all huddle in the main room?
Okay. So, I'm gonna assume that you guys decide to rest up, and it is 11:46. This was about where I was planning for us to stop for the night.
All right. And so beforehand, especially there, before we go out, what are we gonna just want to go out in morning? And I'm asking the group here.
I mean, if it's like turning to the other side of the day, I'd say we go ahead and make a camp or something. We don't
Well, there's
necessarily know if these 4 dudes have friends that are going to be coming back, so I don't know if we want to stay here or not, but we could
there's
if we
four
post guard.
beds. There's 4 beds here. I'm assuming that, there's probably not too many more here. But I would say stay the night, and if we want to do guards, that's fine. And for fast healing, and archaic, you're the only one out of us that would do it. Since fast healing and Dressus, you can just make sure I remember correctly. Every hour that we're resting, we can gain 1 HP back.
No. Well, where are we getting fast healing from?
Well, the fast healing's from my aura.
Doesn't it only work on if you're under half health and then stops once you're back to half?
Yeah. But yeah, for one each point, and that's right. So you get fast healing halfway to, so you will get to half health.
I wouldn't get anything benefit from it. Archaic would get a benefit up to 10 if he's got 20 hit points. And
Yes.
then we would only get the benefit of like resting for the night to get regular hit points back.
That's
So,
right, but I'm just saying for my fast healing.
Yeah, it would benefit Archaic. It wouldn't help me because I'm not under half.
No, it's same with me. I'm just saying.
So, how
Okay.
fast healing works in Dungeons and Dragons, you heal the amount of your fast healing each round.
Oh,
I was thinking that, but I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember because I don't often have a lot of fast healing characters. So
Yeah. So, long story short is, you're at the beginning of everyone's turn, they would heal their fast healing amount. So within a
It-
couple of minutes, Archaic's back up to half health.
Yep.
And then if you guys rest the night, you guys heal a number of hit points equal to your level.
All right. So
Is
I'm
it equal to
assuming
your character level or equal to your effective character level?
I believe it's your effective character level.
Okay.
Well, I don't think I need to add anything else to the rest of this game for tonight because I didn't take any damage and I have no way of healing anybody. So I say we just rest. You guys can handle out what you're gonna do there, and we call it a night.
Oh yeah. This whole time while y'all have been searching, I'm just sat down at a table. I have a flask that I bought. I filled it up with some ale before we, had all that happen. So I'm literally taking the ale and like pouring some on my gaping wound that I took, and then I'm like drinking some. So I'm like, y'all sitting here looking for all the nooks and crannies. I'm like, I'm just gonna have a drink.